We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Hellfire Hot Sauce. It is the Fiery Fool, the hottest sauce in the world without extract, or so the story goes. So I have talked about this a bit, well, maybe more than a bit, in the written review, which is available in the description down below. But that claim is, I think it's fine to make it. You know, you can make whatever claims you want. However, to put it this forward on the label when it's not even the hottest sauce in season 6, which is I think where this showed up in the hot ones, to me is, I don't know that I would do that. And as to whether or not I agree, I don't. I definitely don't. I mean, it's certainly a hot sauce, but the hottest in the world without extract, I would not say that. Okay. So we've got, all right, this is a rundown of the peppers, I guess. So we got Reapers, 7-pot, Scorpions, and Ghost. This isn't, so putting this sort of shadowing on the text like this just makes it impossible to read. Hellfire's labels I don't think are great. Alright. So we start with the Reaper puree, then the Scorpions, then salt, then apple cider vinegar. Then, let's see, ghost peppers, then salt, then the 7-pot primos, and let's see, what else we got here? Garlic, it looks like, cumin, vinegar, another vinegar, oh, that's in the mash. Tomatoes, possibly sun-dried tomatoes. So I also mentioned that this reminds me a lot of First Blood. Just a much, much hotter version of it. And I think that's kind of where I would put this as far as flavor-wise. Just it's a nice rich sauce. It's got a really, really decent flavor to it. I like it quite a bit. You can see it's definitely a little bit thick. Doesn't pour super smooth or anything, but I mean, for what's in it, wow. I can smell that already. Oh, wow. Super hot magic. I mean, it's certainly a hot sauce. There's no question about that. But it was number 9 in the season it was in. And I believe it might have been the last Av Reaper or the Double X or something like that. I forget what it was. That was the number 10. You can go, of course, to the blog and see how I break down all the seasons if you're interested. But it wasn't even the hottest of that season. It is definitely a very, very punchy, though. So we got a sort of a reddish brown. It's kind of where I would put this color. It looks really good. It's a very, very good looking sauce. I think First Blood was slightly redder than this, but very, very similar characteristics, I would say. I mean, obviously they're not identical, but I would say they're pretty similar. So, all right, let's get on into this. Gritty. Wow. Woo! Very, very super hotty. Scorpions are reading through pretty strongly here. I don't love that. I mean, see, I burned through about a third of this playing around with it. I do like the flavor of this. It's not, to me, as good as the First Blood, though, because it is very, very bittery, super hotty. I think it's good. The other thing is that it's really salty. Like, salt is really reading through. There might have been salt in every one of the mashes, I'm not sure. This is a extremely salty sauce. Like, noticeably so. Alright, so this course will be appearing in the Q1 2023 wing thing. And it is, yeah, I mean, it's immediately hot. It's very, very punchy out of the gate. I do like the overall tone of it. It's more towards the super hot side than a flavorful sauce, I guess, and I'll leave it at that. Alright, so for this, we're going to head on over to the stove for what we're going to be doing today. Alright, so you can see we've got here a pan, and we're going to get that preheating right now. I'm just going to put it on 5. We're going to start preheating the pan. We've got some Parmesan over here. We've got parquet. We've got some bread. We got some tomato soup. So we're going to get that in the microwave and get that out of here for now. And we've got medium cheddar. We've got Gouda. We've got Munster. And so we're going to do grilled cheese and tomato. Now, and I saw a video from Chef Brian Sow that is not usually the way I make this. And I'm not sure that this bread is going to be thick enough for this. But what he did I thought was kind of interesting, and I want to try it, is, right, I'm going to a couple pieces of bread here. This one tore a little bit. Hopefully I'll be okay. Usually I don't do this with bread, especially bread this thin. But, alright, so we're gonna, I don't use enough butter to keep it on hand anymore. So I got this margarine because it'll keep better for the very, very few times. So we're just going to get these in here and start toasting them right now. And next, we're going to prep the other side while we're doing this. I don't know how necessary this is for what I'm doing, to be honest. So anyway, we're gonna, tomato soup is just I got the microwave cup. I never get that. I don't really like tomato soup, but a lot of people really like, got too much butter on this. They really like the idea of, I gotta take some of this off. They really like the idea of dipping, dunking the sandwiches. So I thought, this could be a lot of fun. And there is tomato in the hot sauce as well, although I don't think that matters much. All right. We got our spatula. We'll use to check it here. I'm going to prep the cheese. Oh, forgot. Here's something I always do. Usually I do this. So the outside, throw the butter, throw a little bit of Parmesan, and you'll see what this looks like. Butter will help it stick. Nice Parmesan crusted sandwiches here. All right, so cheese, I'm gonna go with the Munster. I'm just prepping that right now. These slices are a little thin, so I'm gonna use a couple of them. I just got to be really careful with this bread. This bread is so thin that if I'm not somewhat judicious here, I'm gonna wreck the ratio. But I am putting it on a low enough heat that we should be all right. That's why I don't really use above 5. You want to give plenty of time for the heat to melt the cheese. Medium cheddar and Gouda are both a little bit firm. The Gouda is pretty thin and this is shredded, so I think we'll be okay. Take us. See, it's definitely not there yet. You can tell it's there because it'll start to firm up as it fries. Okay, I think that we waited long enough. We're getting a nice melt on the butter on top. Just gonna flip it. Yeah, see that? That's nice. I'm gonna go with a light toast on the inside. So the idea here, the theory here is the heat from that is gonna help the cheese melt. And I'm gonna do this really temporarily. Just long enough to get, I gotta have some orange cheese in my, I don't know about you, I gotta have some orange cheese. All right, so here's what we do now. We're gonna throw a little weight on it. Just enough to put some brown on the second side, because all the heat should be doing a really good job of melting this. You gotta keep an eye on it though, because it'll be going pretty quick. Okay. Might have had too much cheddar on there. We'll see. I think my Munster's starting to melt already. I'm just gonna flip it here. I think I got too much super saturation possibly on the Parmesan, but that's right. Sometimes I'll do this on the Foreman grill, which actually works fairly well. Not great, but I would say fairly well. All right, we've got, I'm gonna have to heat up the soup here as well. How's this looking? Okay, it's a little bit longer. This is a 9-grain bread, which makes it, you gotta be a little bit careful with this, because I don't know about you, but I want stuff to be melty. So, and if you look at 9-grain, it's already just a touch towards brown to begin with. I didn't line up the bread very well there. Look at that. Now, one of these is actually broken though, so that's not helping either. Oh, it's smelling good. Wow. Okay, and we're gonna flip it again. Oh, there we go. Gotta be a little careful with. This is getting right on the border of being overly dark, but I want to make sure that cheese is melted. So we're going to let it go here for a second, and I'm going to heat up the soup, and then we will meet back at the table. Okay, so in point of fairness, I do want to mention that I did mention some of the sauces, non-extract sauces I think that are hotter than this, in the written review. So I meant to talk about that in the earlier part, but I forgot. So anyways, we got, what is this? Creamy tomato. Creamy tomato from Campbell's, piping hot. You can probably see it steaming there as I get it all over the table. All right, so, and here's that grilled cheese. You can see, look, ooey gooey, right? Look at that. Okay, so, I mean, it's all melted. Not like that crazy video we all saw from Gordon Ramsay. I love Gordon, but I don't know about that business, Gordon. I don't know. All right. This did get a touch buttery, though, I think. So, all right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna use this as a straight dipping sauce. We'll see how that goes, and then I'm gonna try it in the soup. But first, we're gonna do. Let's try it as a straight dipping sauce here. Actually, here, let's just. I gotta get part of this out of the way. Okay, here we go. Straight dipping sauce. Now, I definitely like the grilled cheese, but that wasn't any good. All right. All right, so I'm just gonna take a look. Let's get baseline here. All right. So I'm gonna put the hot sauce as much as I can out of here, and let's stir in. All right, let's stir in some more. I need more of that. We'll just do it that way. We'll amp up this soup. This soup always needs something because, you know, a lot of people certainly are familiar with Campbell's, but this is one of the more boring soups I can think of. That's a good combination. Let's do this. Let me mop up the rest of this. I'm going to pour some more hot sauce in that soup, though. A lot of people use American. That's fine. It's valid. It's valid. Definitely gets melty. Yeah, that's good. I honestly am not a fan of American other than burgers. And very specific cheeses like just the Kraft. That is extremely good though. Should have layered the cheddar better though. Okay, let's throw some more in. There. I think this warning might say something about a drop at a time. I don't know. I don't. Hellfire, they make some really good sauces. This is certainly one of them. But with that, they also make some of the worst labels. And I'm trying to think of any that I thought were actually good. Their label design just leaves so much to be desired. Which is fine, because I guess if you're going to focus on one or the other, you know, I would certainly prefer that you're trying to make good sauces, but it frustrates me to no end because I have to know what ingredients are before I eat stuff. Oh my goodness. All right. Absolute winner here with this in there. That is delicious. And it does a nice job of blunting a lot of those bitter, super hot notes. Yeah, that's really good. Gouda and Munster are two of my favorite. I shouldn't say Gouda. Gouda is really hit or miss for me. That Gouda wasn't very good. The Munster, though, I love it. One of my favorite cheeses, but grilled cheese looks wrong to me unless there's some orange in there. I don't love using American, but if I don't have some orange cheese in there, it just looks wrong to me. Definitely, I could have done a much better job buttering this bread too. Wow. We're going to get a good build out of this. I like these bowls too. The other reason I got this tomato soup was because it came in this cool bowl. It's expensive though. $2 and change for this lovely packaging. Ah, yep. Getting some good heat going here. For the wing thing, quarter one 2023. I don't know how I did this to myself, but I just looked, and I've got three number 9s. This is one of them. Scorpion Disco is another, and I forget what the other one was. Burns and McCoy. Esco the 9? I don't remember. I just remember looking at it going, oh boy, what am I in for? Shaping up to be the hottest wing thing, quarter one, where this sauce will be. Maybe subset, well, I'm sure to be in a lot more from there too. I've still got half this bottle left. And despite me using a bunch of it here for this video. Alright, let me see if this is cool enough to drink yet. That's so punchy. I think it's fairly lukewarm, but it is pinging my TRPV1 receptors pretty hard. I gave this a 6. It's not like it's not hot. I just have some issue with the hottest sauce in the world sans extract. And I don't know if they were still doing the promo videos for the seasons at that time. How they would have differentiated that. Because the Hot One scale is lowest to hottest, right? And there was a last dab after this sauce, so I wonder if the heavier hot sauce has sunk in this, or if it's just a build. It seems like it's getting hotter, like notably hotter. Oh boy. Tastes good, but wow. And then 3 of those, even before I get to my current number 10, which is Constrictor, I'm gonna be a hurting buckaroo in that wing thing. Which will be coming at the end of, this is March 2023 as I post this. That video will be coming at the end of the month, the end of March 2023. Hope you guys all tune in for that, because I'm going to be suffering, I'll tell you that for sure. Wow. Do I dare? This is a, yeah, I mean, this is a chili head only sauce. I don't see anybody that's not chili head enjoying this at all. Like a bath right on the receptors. Soup is interesting. I don't usually have a lot of soup. The experience is kind of fascinating when you dump a bunch of hot sauce into it. Oh yeah. Okay, I have about a third of this left. This is getting to be a struggle. Wow. It's a good idea though. Chili heads. Holy moly. It's getting hot. Again, temperature, I think. If you look at my video where I respond to food theory, which was posted on February 14th, 2023, I get into the purpose of those receptors a bit. It's almost all back on my mouth heat too. Which is making this the struggle, you know. Oh. Hope I did adequate prep for this. Find out after the video. I will anyway. Oh yeah. No way the soup can still be hot, temperature wise. No way. Ugh. Kind of feels like I'm eating a cauldron. Almost there. Wow. I don't think I oversauced it either because the flavor is still there. It's just, I'm sure it's the build. Reapers and 7-pots are really good at that. Building. To a crescendo of fire. But, fiery pool, right? I gotta do, I gotta at least live up to the sauce's name in some respects, I guess. Wow. There's a lip on this too. Not meant to be drunk out of, I don't think. It's for dipping. We have sipping containers too. I can't figure out why we have so much plastic in the garbage stream. One for sipping, one for dipping. They could just put a spout on this. Same packaging. I'm sure the sipping one has like less in it or something though. But oh. 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 Oh, wow. Wow, that's hot. That is hot. I remember my previous hottest non-extract sauce was the Rapture from Torchbearer, which lit me up, surprisingly to me. Lit me up for a good half hour after I was done eating it. This is certainly hot. No getting around that. But when you chili hit trick, right? When you pant a little bit, right? Not quite hyperventilating, but do a little panting, right? You're open mouth breathing. You can get a little bit of relief pulling the air in over the receptors. And I couldn't really do that with the Rapture. This one, that is giving me a little bit of ease. So just in that alone, I would say that this is definitely a little tamer than that one was. This is really good in that soup, though. I like that. I'm not a big fan of tomato soup, like I said. This sauce, it was quite good. Maybe I might have put a touch too much in there, but it worked well with the grilled cheese. Not good as a grilled cheese dipping sauce. Definitely not good enough for that. And the problem is just that high concentration of the highly bitter, super hot notes. So, but this is, I think, meant to be a stunt sauce. I don't think it's meant to be a actual, food item. Like I said, I got about half foot left, so it'll be with me for a while for the wing things. So, this will probably be my new. This is Scorpion Disco 1 and 2. 1 and 2 will be my new number 10 once I run out of the constrictor. And I think I've got 1 or 2 left on that. So, but anyway, stay tuned for all that whole saga if that's anything you're interested in. But for now, we're going to call it good with the Fiery Pool. Certainly a very hot sauce without extract. No question about that. Hot out of the gate. It's got a build on top of it. Flavor is decent for something this hot. I will say that. But it's as a hot sauce, it's not super flavorful. So as a stunt sauce, it actually is pretty good though. So we'll leave it there. So there it is, the Hellfire Fiery Fool hot sauce. Mega Fool.
in peace, to serve the flame.